also invited Sir Raf to talk about sustainability. And doon ako nagkaroon ng better grasp kung paano ba natin ma-apply yung sustainability in our design. So I'll present to you my entry, my project. So during mealtime, my mother would always share a story about her childhood. Growing up in the province, up in the mountains, their only mode of transportation back then was through a carabao ride. But my mom would be so proud in telling us that they would enjoy their meal from the rice they harvested, caring for their poultry of chickens, and even freshly caught fish from my grandfather, who is a fisherman. They rarely go out of their community, but they share plenty of resources and warm meals. But that was then. The world's population is increasing along with rapid urbanization, the pandemic, and geopolitical conflicts. So to keep everyone fed, food production needs to increase by a staggering 70% by 2050. There is an alarming rise in hunger, with 122 million more people affected since 2019. And that is a global challenge, a massive hurdle that fills their dinner table with nothing but silence. And so, we zoom into the local context. 27.2% of Filipino families experience involuntary hunger. It's equal to 7.5 million households, the highest since the pandemic. And one of the people affected is the community situated in San Felipe Zambales, the Yangil tribe, a far-flung community of Aitas who suffered great devastation from the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in 1991. This left their mountains barely living and covered in volcanic ash. They live in a place where access to daily food is a struggle, where resources are scarce. But the Aitas never gave up in restoring the life of their 3,000-hectare land because it is their life. It is where the Aitas believe their livelihood, their food, and their being come from. And right now, they are part of that global challenge. They're the ones who need a sustainable food system, not just to survive, but to thrive. And so, recognizing this urgent need, the community hub, Project Agkat, anchored from the word Agkat, which is a common term used by Aitas to invite people to eat, aims to empower far-flung communities to adapt their food system and create a self-sustaining one. And as aspiring designers, we have a role to play in it. And so let me welcome you to the community hub of the Yangil tribe. To improve their current community hub, the programming considered 3 dimensions of a sustainable food system based on studies: the environment, social, and economic. For environmental sustainability, the hub integrated the biochar production of the locals, the planting nursery, and a sustainable toilet compost. We all know from the recent lecture that biochar is a charcoal-like product that helps restore their ancestral lands, and it has various environmental benefits. It makes use of their agricultural waste like the flammable kagon grass spread out in their forest to turn into a product that enhances their soil quality and crop productivity. Because of this, the soil is able to hold more moisture to ensure that despite the scorching heat, the biochar-treated plants remain standing tall and healthy. Additionally, it has the capability of absorbing the carbon in the atmosphere, which helps further combat the effects of climate change. Moving forward with the social sustainability, in the second floor space of the hub is a multi-purpose area where the community education for knowledge transfer between AITA and visiting professionals will be held. While intersecting it with the environmental goals, It has a community kitchen that supports healthy lifestyle and cultural preservation through shared cooking practices and promoting the local cuisines. The alfresco dining space is also integrated, and overall it addresses the UN Sustainable Development Goal, Zero Hunger. Lastly, for the economic stability, a dedicated market space is placed where the locals can sell their crop produce, and it supports their livelihood generation and economic independence. So with the hub, we converge the locals' production of biochar and extend it in a way that food gets into their table. And so without further ado, let's take a look inside the reimagined space. The design was inspired by the existing to not alienate the users and preserve its character. And the project, with an open layout, ensures natural ventilation and daylight is maximized. Repurposed wooden pallets will be consistently seen as a key element in this hub, first as the envelope where the community can gather to design the mural of the panel screens and the windows. And bringing color to the space is triadic color harmony, which is associated with passion, optimism, growth, and tranquility. So let's get inside this community hub. In the morning, the locals collect the agricultural waste, like the coconut husk and kagon grass, and sort them. And so the space is designed to mimic the locals' habit of sitting. From here, they can easily access the outdoor area where they can dry up the agricultural waste, heating up the biomass in these drums to turn it into biochar. Well, after gathering that biochar, they can easily transfer it through a ramp going to this platform. Here, they can pack the collected biochar. And after having done that, they can easily store it below with other agricultural waste for tomorrow's biochar production. In this left wing of the hub, there is also a second floor space that the chieftain can utilize to conduct meetings, workspace, and even for children to gather together for community education. And it can also act as additional storage when not in use. While at night, after all that physical work, it can be used for social gatherings, planning their activities, sharing of ideas, to ensure that they are equipped to sustain the food system. In this hub, the bench has wheels that can be tucked away for flexibility, while the tables can be folded to free up space when not in use. A new addition in the community hub is the outdoor toilet and hand washing area. The hand wash area integrates rainwater system to be self-sufficient, and the gray water can be used for watering the plants. While the sustainable toilet system makes use of human waste as compost, while the odor is reduced through the application of ventilation and adding fragrant flowers around it. They can also add kagon grass and the coconut husk to neutralize the compost, and once it has turned into fertilizer, they can easily access it from the back. And so, with that, we have strengthened the local community with their biochar production. We now find the seedlings to use these biochar products. And one way we can improve and sustain the cycle is through regenerative tourism. And this is where we can support them, because the Yangil tribe, along with their partner organizations, has been open to travelers and tourists who wish to immerse themselves in their community, learning their hunting techniques, their traditions, and explore the wonders of nature while taking care of the tribe's planting nursery. With the use of biochar to fertilize the soil, the chieftain of Yangil, not asking money from them, instead encourages tourists to bring seeds and seedlings to be planted, nurtured, and grown to be benefited by his children, grandchildren, and the future generation. And can you believe that from 2017, with the help of almost 4,000 tourists, they have already managed to plant more than 60,000 native seedlings with this initiative, from forest trees of Nara, Yakal, to fuel wood of Madre de Cacao, agroforest of calamansi, cashew, and bamboo. Now, they have the crops to harvest from the gradual restoration of their ancestral land. And we have a way to further maintain their planting nursery. So we move forward to the hub's rainwater harvesting system. But before we go there, we are now in the front entrance of the space. It can be used as a gathering space for the tourists and locals, with the stairs acting as seating and designed with a playful hopscotch. And so, moving forward to the central point of the hub, the rainwater harvest system acts as their additional water source. It collects rainwater during the rainy season that they can use during the dry periods. Now, into the heart of this hub is a community kitchen designed to suit the cooking preference of the Aitas so everyone can enjoy their local cuisine. Their sitting area is placed where they can gather to do meal preparation and eat together, while the kitchen layout makes use of a linear layout to maximize natural daylight to enter the space. The cooking area is inspired by the traditional kitchen, making use of palayok and clay pots. While parallel to it is the washing area, inspired also from the past, which is the banggerahan, located near the rainwater harvester to easily transport water and store it in a tapayan or a huge clay pot. Next to it is a designated water filter station because biochar, as we know, can be used to filter water to clean it and make it more potable. And so with that, the food is ready to serve. They can enjoy their dining experience in the alfresco, bringing their cooked meal outside, enjoying the view of the forest and mountains, even at night as they gaze upon the stars. A hand washing area is also placed in the alfresco for hygiene. While moving forward to boost their local economy, set up in front is a market space where the locals can display their agroforest products, or it can act as a sitting space when not in use. Inside it, there is a mobile table space where they can display their goods of bamboo straws, honey jars, and root crop chips for visiting tourists. Because through this, the community creates a valuable income stream. Imagine, once they are able to create a stable food system for themselves, the fruits and vegetables they harvest might even reach and supply the outside market. Project AGCAT can serve as a replicable template for impoverished communities in remote areas from neighboring provinces as a source of livelihood, fostering self-resilience, and ensuring the long-term viability of the community's initiatives. As the song of the Aita children goes, my spirit as calm as the sea, as free as a bird. The project ensures that the children can dare not only to dream but actually become professionals. May it be in the agricultural sector to strengthen this food system. Who knows, might even become designers like us, giving them the ability to be the person they aspire to be. Because with Project AGCAT, the mealtime stories of my mother are no longer a memory of her past, but a present reality of empowered communities starting right here with them. Because only when a stomach is full can a fruitful future emerge and dreams take flight. Project EGCAT.
Thank you very much, Shane. What a true full circle moment for both Sir Ram and Shane. Kakaiyak, no? So, yes, it's already 3:52. I know that some of you need to go to their next classes. But then again, thank you for both Shane and Sir Rafi for joining our class today. I hope that my class in ID21 has learned from both their presentations. And may I invite everyone to give them another round of applause for all their accomplishments. Yun. So, this ends the lecture series for ID 121. Thank you, everyone.